everybody, it's Miss Pribble, and today I'm going to read for you a story called Flap Your Wings. It's a book by P.D. Eastman. I hope you enjoy. Flap Your Wings by P.D. Eastman. An egg lay in the path. A boy came down the path. He saw the egg. He looked around. He saw flamingos and frogs and turtles and alligators. "Whose egg is this?" he called, but nobody answered. Then the boy looked up. He saw an empty nest in a tree. "Here is an egg without a nest," he said. "And there is a nest without an egg." The boy climbed the tree. He put the egg in the nest. Then he went away. Mr. and Mrs. Bird came home. They were surprised to find an egg in their nest. "That's not our egg," said Miss Bird. "Look how big it is." "But it is an egg. It's in our nest," said Mr. Bird. "If an egg is in our nest, you sit on it and keep it warm. It doesn't matter whose egg it is." "All right," said Miss Bird. "But I wonder what kind of bird will come out of that egg." They took turns keeping the egg warm. First, Miss Bird sat on it. Then Mr. Bird sat on it. And sometimes, because it was so big, they both sat on it. One day, Miss Bird heard a squeaking noise. "Help!" she said. "This egg is squeaking." Squeak, squeak, squeak. Mr. Bird came back to the nest. He listened to the egg. "The egg is not squeaking," he said. "It's our baby that is squeaking. He is ready to come out of the egg." Mr. and Mrs. Bird waited. Squeak, 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 crackle, squeak. And there was the baby. Mr. Bird was very excited. "It's Junior," he shouted. "What a beautiful baby." Junior opened his mouth. It was a big mouth. It was full of teeth. "That's the funniest looking baby I ever saw," said Miss Bird. "Something is wrong. I don't think he's our baby at all." "He's in our nest, so he must be ours," said Mr. Bird. "His mouth is open. That means he's hungry. When your baby is hungry, you feed him." Mr. and Mrs. Bird went away to get some food for Junior. Mr. Bird brought a pink worm. Miss Bird brought a green one. Junior ate both worms in one gulp. Then he opened his mouth wide again. "We have to get Junior lots more to eat," said Mr. and Mrs. Bird. Hour after hour, day after day, they brought food for Junior. Miss Bird got berries and cherries. She got butterflies and caterpillars. She got dragonflies and mosquitoes. She got ladybugs and tiger beetles. Mr. Bird got crickets and spiders. He got grasshoppers and snails. He got red ants. He got black ants. He got centipedes too. "What kind of bird eats so much?" said Miss Bird. "It doesn't matter," said Mr. Bird. "He's still hungry and we have to feed him." Weeks went by. Junior never stopped eating, and he never stopped growing. He grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Finally, Junior got so big that Mr. Bird said, "It's too crowded up here. Junior has to leave the nest. It is time for him to fly away." "You're right," said Miss Bird. "The time has come. We must show him how to fly." Miss Bird pushed and pushed, Mr. Bird showed Junior how to fly. "Jump into the air like this," he said, "then flap your wings." Junior got ready. He took a big breath. He jumped up, up, up into the air. "Flap your wings," yelled Mrs. Bird. "Flap your wings," yelled Mr. Bird. Junior flapped and flapped, but it didn't do any good. He didn't have any wings. Down, down, down Junior went, down into the water. Splash! It was cool and wet in the water. It was just right for Junior. "You know," said Miss Bird, "I don't think Junior was a bird at all." "It doesn't matter," Mr. Bird said. "He's happy now, and just look at him swim." The end. I hope you enjoyed this book. Have a great day and God bless.